This is a difficult question to even ask because I know that if I found myself in a situation like this, I would want to fight. I wouldn't want to be driven out of my home, my land. But I am curious, has there been any point where your family thought this isn't worth it? We need to flee. We need to get out of here.
I mean, my family, like, I have cousins and everything. So I've had some cousins leave. And then I have some family that's there and they're like, we will die here. Like they're just set. They're not going to leave their land no matter how much, you try to pressure them. I mean, for example, my uncle, he's in his 70s. He's like, I've already lived 70 years here. I'm going to die here. And they don't care. And I mean, I'm privileged to live in the United States now. I mean, I was born in the United States, so to live in the United States, but it makes me sad at the same time. And I'd never pressure them not to leave if they don't want to, but they really, I feel like they recognize that if they leave, like it's more than just about them. It kind of represents something more, and they recognize they're like, no, I'd rather die here. I'd rather die before I'm going to be kicked off of my land, and I think they're some of the strongest people. I get so scared. I mean, I like, especially after this attack happened, because it was literally on the other side of the hill. It was right there. And then Smotrich says they're going to be leveling all the surrounding villages, which is in my family's village. I just feel like every day I'm waking up, I'm like going on Facebook Messenger, wherever I talk to my family over there, and I'm just like, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like they're next.
Yeah, and honestly, everything that's been going down in the West Bank kind of puts October 7th in a lot more perspective because, I'm always gonna have a problem with targeting civilians, period. But when it comes to Hamas targeting Israeli military bases, what, the Palestinians don't have a right to defend themselves? Right?
No, you can't even talk about it. I mean, you probably saw, I think it was going viral, that interview with Ro Khanna, somebody from Dropsite News interviewed Ro Khanna.
Jeremy Scahill.
Yeah, exactly. And they asked him, and Ro Khanna, was kind of frozen. He just didn't want to go there because the idea of even questioning a Palestinian having, the ability to defend themselves, you just can't even get anywhere near that conversation. It's like the idea of a Palestinian defending themselves is taboo. If you were sleeping at home and a settler comes in at 3 a.m. with a rifle to shoot your family as a Palestinian, you have to be a good Palestinian and just raise your hands and die. That's what you have to do. Then a politician might feel bad for you. But if you're a Palestinian and you wake up at 3 a.m. to a settler terrorizing you and you decide to attack back, well, actually you're a terrorist. But it's just like any other place in the world, somebody would be like, no, you have a total right to kill somebody that comes in your house at 3 a.m. getting ready to kill you anywhere else. But if you're a Palestinian, the only way you'll garner sympathy is if you're dead. Maybe then after you're dead, then people will start to feel bad for you. Then people will be like, oh, it's okay. Politicians would rather have a dead Palestinian than one that defends themselves.
No, you're totally right about that. And it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Final question for you, because I am curious. Seeing the terror that Palestinians are dealing with at the hands of Israeli settlers in the West Bank actually increased my support for the Second Amendment. I was never in favor of banning guns, and like Jake and I would have debates about that. But now I'm more, confident in my resolve. Like I think it's important for people to have the right to and the means to defend themselves. And I don't trust our government to keep us safe. And so I just think it's really made me see the right to bear arms in a different light. That's not to say there are no downsides, but I think the upsides significantly outweigh the downsides. I'm curious what you think.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we're pretty privileged. We're not living there or living in a situation like that where you actually wake up like worried for your life to that degree every single day, where you have people that are running down with weapons, like getting ready to kill you every single day. It's crazy because in what other planet or what other place on earth could you have these people that are fully armed and you have another group of people that they hate so much that they view as vermin that are totally defenseless. They can't do anything. And then on top of that, you have synagogues in New York City fundraising money for thermal imaging drones and rifles, and they're sending it over there, and it's totally legal. Like, it goes through the wire transfers goes through. They send the money. It's totally okay. There's an organization now called American Friends of Judea and Samaria, and they're lobbying politicians, and they've been fundraising money for bulldozers, and they're sending it over. And Palestinians can't do anything. They can't defend themselves, nothing. So no, I'm very pro Second Amendment now, absolutely. I mean, I hope that we'll never have to experience anything like that here in the United States, but I also don't, like you said, I don't trust our government. I mean, if our government's doing all of these horrible atrocities right now, and then even if you look at what they're starting to implement here in the United States, no, absolutely, I don't trust them. Yeah. No.
So Wally, I want to make sure that our audience can support the work you're doing. So please let them know where they can find your work, and if they can support your efforts in this, effort to sanction these settlers.
Yeah, you could find me everywhere on Wally Rashid. So just WAL, just my name, my first and last name. I'm on YouTube, and you can support me there. And then also, if you want to check out your politician's voting record on Israel, go to votelog.org. It's a website I built a few months ago, so you can check your entire politician's voting record there. Otherwise, yeah, that's about it. Thank you, Anna.
Incredible. Thank you for the work you're doing, Wally, and keep in touch.
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.